I can safely say this is the best show I've ever played in my life.
We're seeing Svalbard play their final show.
Seeing Svalbard for the last time, devastated.
Seeing Svalbard bowing out in hopefully pretty incredible fashion.
We're watching the last ever Svalbard UK headline show and feeling a lot of emotions.
Svalbard.
To have fun.
Start a mosh pit.
To drink and mush and have a good time.
So to me, they mean a lot. Svalbard mean a lot to me, particularly when I Die Will I Get Better. It means an awful lot in terms of its emotional content. Landed at a time I really needed to hear it, like songs like Open Wound. But like in terms of the scene as well, they've never been afraid of calling out right-wing propaganda and issues and women's rights and sexism, and like they've always been incredibly staunch in the way that they approach the world and the band, and I have so much respect for a band that stands on business. They wrote a song called Feminazi, for fuck's sake, you know? It all comes from such a real place and it's written in such a brutally honest way. I actually don't think anybody else does. I think others could if they tried, and I hope it inspires people to, because I love the way that she writes lyrics that are essentially everything is fucked and I am miserable, and yet it feels like you're being listened to.
We saw them in Glasgow and now we're here in London. Music that speaks to your soul, for me, for sure.
Yeah, it's a way of understanding your pain.
Many songs about depression.
Yeah, like the unspoken pain that resides inside you.
I think when you have a music that you can really relate to, it definitely helps you through whatever shit's going on.
think for me it's the mixture of genres and tones. Well, it's two things. I think it's the mixture of the genres and the tones. Like there are elements of post-metal, black metal, post-hardcore. I think Serena's guitar tone is so distinct. Like the second you hear a Svalbard song, you hear that guitar tone, you fucking know it's a Svalbard song. And that's such a special and rare thing in a metal scene that's so overloaded with like homogenous bands. But I think also it's how forthright her lyrics are. Like, not only does she have a lot of important shit to say about rape culture and capitalism and the music industry and things like that, but she doesn't cloud it in metaphor like a lot of other bands do. She'll just fucking scream that shit in your face. It's like that goth merengue thing where he's like, I know writers who use subtext and all of them are fucking cowards. I feel like that's what Serena is. She just says what she means. It's important. I can imagine for a lot of women it's quite empowering to hear that.
Noise is a joke that got out of hand. About, 12 or so years ago, maybe 13 years, our founder Jack had this idea. He was working in fuel in Cardiff at the time. He had this idea that he loves music and he wanted to blog about it and have like a little blog where he could write his thoughts. And now here we are. We have a festival entering his... It's the fucking year because we turned 10 and went, what would be really funny? Let's throw a festival. What a silly idea, what could possibly go wrong? Where we took over Fuel and the Moon, R.I.P. the Moon. Noise is, to me, a collective of people and a community that cares deeply about the music scene, about independent bands, about small bands that deserve more love, all the way up to the bands that are playing arenas and stadiums as well. Like, we got to cover them, you know. But like, you know, we love those bands, a lot of those bands, and we love the independent scene that birthed Noise and that we want to give back to by uplifting bands like, you know, Sugar Horse. Our mate Dan has been a fan of. Like, he's been pushing Sugar Horse in Noise from the very beginning. So shout out Dan Hillier, website affiliate. We love him for everything he's done for Noise and Jack. And yeah, Noise is a community, first and foremost, and we're also a website that publishes reviews and stuff, and occasionally throws a festival once a year. 25th of April 2026. Please come, we would love it.
It's sad, obviously. It's really, really sad, but also I completely understand why they're doing it. Touring is fucking hard. It's hard to make a living as a touring band when you're, you know, at the sub-academy level, you know. And I also respect the fact that they want to break up to avoid an artistic decline. like you and I were talking about this before we put the camera on, like these 4 Svalbard records, all of them are good and all of them are special in their own way. Like the last one, Weight of the Mask, is like a very metal, chuggy, cathartic record. The one before that, When I Die, is a lot more ambient, hardcore, kind of post-rocky. There's so much, there's something special to each of them. So yeah, packing up right now, while it's sad, it does mean that they leave behind a spotless legacy.